Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I want to talk about two of the most powerful forces in our lives: the way we control ourselves and the way we handle money. These two forces, self control and financial management, are inextricably linked. They shape not only who we are today, but also who we become in the future. Many of us go through life chasing things, but what if I told you that the key to unlocking everything you want is not in what you chase, but in what you control? It's about the choices you make when you're faced with a decision, whether it's about your own personal behavior or how you manage your financial resources. Let's start with the first part of this equation: control over yourself. The power of self-control, self-control, is the ability to regulate your emotions, behaviors, and thoughts in the face of temptations and impulses. It's the ability to delay gratification for the sake of long-term goals. Every day, we're confronted with 1,000 temptations, 1,000 distractions, 1,000 ways to take the easy route. But success, the kind of success that lasts, the kind of success that you can be proud of, the kind of success that sets you apart from the rest, is born from the moments when you choose to do what's hard over what's easy. I want you to think about this for a moment. How many times in your life have you been faced with a decision that could either move you closer to your goals or push you further away? Maybe it was the decision to get up early to work on that project instead of sleeping in. Maybe it was the decision to save instead of spending money on something you didn't really need. Or maybe it was the decision to have a difficult conversation, even though you knew it would be uncomfortable. These are the moments where you have the power. These are the moments that define you. When you control yourself, you become your own master. You aren't ruled by your emotions, your impulses, or your habits. Instead, you take full responsibility for your actions, your thoughts, and your decisions. Self-control is not something that just happens overnight. It is a skill, a discipline, something you have to practice every single day. And it's not easy. In fact, it's one of the hardest things you will ever do. But let me tell you something. If you can control yourself, if you can master your own mind, there is nothing you cannot achieve. We all know people who seem to have everything: the house, the car, the status, the wealth. But what many people don't see behind those external markers of success is the hours of discipline, the decisions made in solitude, the ability to stay focused when the world wants to pull you in 100 different directions. You cannot control the world, but you can control how you respond to it. Self-control is the bedrock upon which everything else is built. Without it, nothing else matters. When you cannot control yourself, you are at the mercy of your impulses, your weaknesses, and your distractions. But when you control yourself, you can harness that power and direct it toward your goals. The power of money. Now, let's shift gears and talk about money. Money is something that many people strive for, yet few truly understand. The relationship people have with money can either be a powerful force that propels them towards success, or a destructive force that pulls them into debt, stress, and poor decision making. You see, money itself is neither good nor bad. It's neutral. It's simply a tool. What matters is how you use it. And the first step to using money wisely is realizing that money is not just something to spend, it's something to manage. If you don't learn to manage money, money will manage you. It will dictate your choices, your freedom, and your future. Money has the power to give you freedom, but it can also trap you in a cycle of stress, anxiety, and dependency. That's why controlling how you manage your money is just as important as controlling your own behavior. You cannot afford to be reckless with your finances. You cannot afford to be impulsive. Every dollar you earn represents a choice to invest in your future, a choice to secure your freedom, a choice to build something meaningful for yourself and for others. But managing money isn't just about avoiding impulse buys or cutting back on small luxuries. It's about understanding how money works. It's about learning how to grow it, protect it, and make it work for you. If you control your relationship with money, you can begin to shape the life you want. You can build wealth, create opportunities, and secure your future. Budgeting, saving, investing, these aren't just financial terms. They're habits, mindsets. They're the difference between those who live paycheck to paycheck and those who create lasting wealth. You don't need to be born rich to be wealthy. You need to be disciplined, strategic, and smart with your money. And I'm not just talking about saving every penny and never spending. I'm talking about being intentional with where your money goes, about using it as a tool to build your future. I want you to understand this. Money is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. The question is, what are you going to do with it once you have it? Are you going to squander it on things that don't matter? Or are you going to use it to create something greater than yourself? Are you going to allow your emotions, your impulses, and your desires to control your financial decisions? Or are you going to take control of your money and make it work for you? Control over yourself and control over money. Now, here's the real kicker. Self-control and control over money are not separate concepts. They are deeply intertwined. You cannot have one without the other. If you lack self-control, you will make poor financial decisions. You'll overspend, overborrow, and overindulge. If you lack control over money, you will find yourself at the mercy of your desires, your habits, and the world around you. You see, self-control isn't just about saying no to temptation in your personal life. It's about saying no to temptation when it comes to your finances as well. It's about having the strength to make decisions that may not feel good in the moment, but will pay off in the long run. That means saying no to instant gratification. It means saying no to that new gadget you don't need, the designer clothes that only bring temporary satisfaction, the lavish vacations you can't afford. It means saying yes to delayed gratification, the decision to save, to invest, to plan for a future that's greater than today's momentary pleasure. The way you manage your money is a reflection of the way you manage yourself. If you're reckless with your finances, you're likely reckless in other areas of your life too. But when you get control over one, if you've ever been in a situation where you felt financially trapped, where you were overwhelmed by debt or financial uncertainty, you know how much stress that creates. It affects your relationships, your health, your mindset, and your future. But when you take control of your money, you also take control of your peace of mind, your choices, and your life. You don't need to wait for the perfect moments to start making smarter financial decisions. The best time to start is now. The best time to take control of yourself and your finances is today. Don't wait for a miracle. Don't wait for a windfall. Make the decision to take charge of your destiny. Conclusion. So what's the bottom line? If you want to achieve true success, if you want to build a life of meaning, freedom, and wealth, you must master two things: control over yourself and control over your money. These two forces are the foundation upon which everything else is built. They are not easy to control. They will test you. They will challenge you. But if you rise to the occasion, if you choose to do what is hard over what is easy, if you make decisions that move you toward your goals instead of away from them, you will unlock a power in your life that will carry you further than you could ever imagine. Control is not about domination. It's about discipline. It's about making choices that align with your highest purpose. And when you learn to control yourself and your money, you will have the power to shape your future, your legacy, and your impact on the world. Take control, take charge, and let nothing stand in your way. Thank you. This speech combines motivational and practical advice on mastering self-control and managing money, offering a message of empowerment and discipline. The tone reflects an intense focus on responsibility, choice, and the long-term benefits of both financial wisdom and personal discipline. As I leave you with these thoughts tonight, remember this: the world will always try to pull you in every direction. It will offer you shortcuts, easy ways out, and fleeting pleasures that seem to promise instant satisfaction. But none of that will give you the kind of fulfillment that comes from true control, control over your mind, control over your actions, and control over your finances. The path to success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires patience, discipline, and above all, self-control. The decisions you make today, whether they're in how you respond to life's challenges or how you handle your money, will shape the future you step into. It's never too late to take control. Don't let another day pass without taking responsibility for your own life. Don't let another opportunity slip by without making a conscious decision to be the master of your own destiny. You have the power to build the life you desire, to make the choices that align with your highest goals. and to control your future in ways you never thought possible. But it starts with you right now in this very moment. So as you leave here tonight, ask yourself, what will you control? How will you use your power, your time, and your resources? Will you let life dictate your course, or will you take the wheel and steer toward the life you've always dreamed of? The power is in your hands. Control yourself, control your money, and take control of the life you deserve. Thank you.